It is a Friday and it is March the 1st, 2019. The time is 3:44 p.m. I'm here at the town of Atlantic Beach, in the town of Atlantic Beach, 717 30th Avenue South. This is Horry County, South Carolina. My purpose is to inquire about an item on the agenda for Monday's council meeting, and that has to do with the transferring of property from the Housing Authority of Atlantic Beach to the town of Atlantic Beach. All right, this is being recorded for court.
Here you are. In this packet, and this is the application.
Perfect.
Yeah, if you want to call the first of the week, and you can see if Mr. Q's in,
Okay.
then you can set up a time to come in and talk with them.
Okay.
He usually gets in around 10:30.
10:30, and you said Tuesday?
Yeah.
Tuesday, okay. Now, as far as the license, that's on Monday or still Tuesday?
I would do everything because he is the town manager, so
Okay.
he could answer any questions you
All
have.
right, Tuesday, 10 o'clock, sounds good.
All right.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I see on the agenda there is an item about transferring property from the Housing Authority of Atlantic Beach to the town of Atlantic Beach on the agenda for Monday night's council meeting. Can I look at whatever information is going to be given to council about doing this?
Well, I work for the police department,
Mm-hmm.
not Mr. Q, the town manager,
Okay.
and I don't believe anyone will be here before Tuesday.
So no way to get the information before Monday's meeting.
Oh, I'm sure it's the council, but I don't work for that department.
I understand. And just for court, I have to be able to show the judge that I came in today. That's why the video recorder is running here. Well then, I will give you the same Freedom of Information Act requests I made in May of 2017 and May of 2018 that Mr. Quattlebaum never responded to.
I can put it in his box and see that he gets it when he comes back.
Thank you very much. Oh, and as long as we're talking, I have contacted the clerk of court about the bond that we talked about in court. And their explanation is the town of Atlantic Beach was keeping that bond, did not return it. So can I have any records that you have about how the bond in my criminal case got transferred to the court, and then how the Atlantic Beach court transferred that back to the circuit court?
Everything on your particular case at that time, when it got transferred out there, the original of everything goes directly out to the solicitor's office. So we have nothing here.
Okay. No accounting, no bank accounts that the money got deposited into, and then checks written on that to go back to the circuit court?
No. What I would have to do, I can research it for you. I can't do it at this moment.
I understand.
I'm kind of home alone here.
Got it.
But if you want to get in touch with me the first of the week, I'll look and see. But when I spoke with the lady, when I made that call, she told me that that money had been distributed accordingly, which I didn't question because I have nothing to do with what they do or how they do.
Okay, so maybe I got a different explanation, and the explanation I got was pretty much that Atlantic Beach had kept the money and had applied it towards costs and fines, of which there were none. That's why I'm trying to get the records so that me and my lawyer can decide how we're going to proceed from here.
I understand.
Okay.
Let me look into it, and again, I will call out there because when your case got transferred, everything went.
I understand that the case file with the indictment and all of that would go. I'm talking more about the accounting records. I assume that you have a separate account for the court,
right,
and that when money's received, it goes in, so there should be some record of the deposit, and then when money goes back out again, there should be another check or voucher or whatever. That's the kind of information I'm looking for.
I don't believe your case was here long enough for anything to be done. I'll verify that about the bond because I don't recall receiving a bond from out there in the first place.
Oh, well then that may be, so again, the circuit court may not be giving me accurate information. Do you have a card by any chance?
You know what, they're on order. We haven't received them yet from the printing portion, but we're waiting on them.
Okay.
My name's Kim, though.
All right, Kim, I'll check with you next week. Thanks
Yeah,
for your help.
that's fine, no problem.
Can I at least get a copy of the agenda for this meeting for,
See, I don't have anything to do with that.
nothing?
Otherwise,
Okay.
I don't work for the town manager. I work for the police department, which we don't handle the agendas. I'm just kind of answering the phone and answering the door.
Fair enough. Yeah, Cheryl will tell you, I try not to beat up on the town employees
Oh, yeah,
for what
yeah.
Mr. Quattlebaum does.
Yeah.
All right, have a good afternoon and a good weekend.
You too. Thanks again.
So I noticed during that exchange that the newest male police officer for the town, I think there's only 3 officers, chief and 2 officers, that newest officer came in the doorway to watch part of the exchange. Once I mentioned that this encounter was being recorded, that officer seemed to find something else to do in the back of the building. So this is the agenda that I am talking about, and I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but under the report, item 8, town manager, subsection lowercase a period, HBHA, land transfer to town of Atlantic Beach. And that's the item I'm interested in. Also of note that town manager Benjamin Quattlebaum just can't seem to get this straight. The official name of the housing authority here was not the Atlantic Beach Housing Authority, but rather the Housing Authority of Atlantic Beach. Ending recording.